Today this is Sid from Pernus Token, and this is going to be a short instructional video showing you how to get your Nami wallet connected to a local Daedalus node that you're running in your machine. So this way you won't need to submit your transactions through Blockfrost instead. You can broadcast your transactions from a local node. So that way you won't have to share a mempool with other people who are using Nami, and should lead to your transactions being confirmed and broadcasted sooner. You'll need a fully synchronized Daedalus wallet. You don't actually need to install or import your Nami wallet into Daedalus, because we are just going to use this for the node. So we're going to download a couple of executables from the IOHK cardano-node repo. So navigate to this repo, scroll down all the way to Windows executable, and click download. Download the zip file. I've already downloaded it, but you just click on this link, and it's going to give you the zip file. Unpack the zip file and put it somewhere you want. And there's still one more thing we need to download, which is the configuration file. So let's go to cardano-submit-api, config, and we're going to click on this config file, and we're going to save this config file. So just go to raw, save link as, it might be different on Chrome. Put this config file in the actual folder that you unpacked earlier. So cardano-node 1.33.0, or whatever you've renamed this folder, doesn't matter. So let's save this config file there. And as you can see, this is in the same folder as the executables that we're going to be running. Once you have these files downloaded, open up a Windows terminal as administrator, or if you don't have Windows terminal on Windows 10, open up Windows PowerShell as administrator. So just start menu, PowerShell or Windows terminal, right click, run as administrator, and navigate to the folder that we have here. So I've navigated to the folder that we have here. Just use cd, which is the command for change directory. And now that we're in here, we need to set the environment variable for the pipe that Cardano node uses, the Daedalus node uses to communicate with different processes on your Windows system. So first run this command in PowerShell, and what this command will do is save the name of your pipe to an environment variable. Once you've run this command, we need to actually host the API on your local machine. So this is another command. You can pause the video and take this down, or I'll put it in the tweet as well, so you won't have to copy it from the video necessarily. And what this does is it references the executable file that we downloaded. There's a flag to make sure it's running on the mainnet. You're going to define the socket path that this uses as the environment variable that we set before. So essentially this just tells cardano-submit-api to communicate with the Daedalus node. Flag the config file that we downloaded and put in the folder as well, and set a port. And by default this is 8090, but if you're running Cardano wallet on your machine as well, this might already be taken. But for the most part 8090 will work. And you run this command, and it'll say running server on localhost 8090. And the last step is to actually set the endpoint in Nami. So telling Nami to use the API that we just set up. So open up your Nami, go to about, not about, sorry, go to settings, network, take the custom node box, and chuck this endpoint in here. If you set a different port when you started up the API, then you'll actually need to make this match whatever you set, but by default 8090. API submit tx, click apply, and now any transaction that you send from Nami, whether the transaction was built by a web app using zip30, or even a transaction that I sent myself, is going to go through Daedalus node instead of Blockfrost. So if I were to demonstrate by sending myself a transaction, let's let's say 10 ADA. And as you can see here, we have a response from the cardano-submit-api that we set up, which means that Nami's used this as the this node as the node to broadcast to the network instead of the block frost node. So this is in its own mempool, and it's trying to broadcast it to the network. It might still take some time because the chain is congested, but it should take a lot less time than if you're trying to share mempool with other block frost users.